better than they have been, which I know they're like, well, I guess they haven't been that hot lately. The Blazers caught them. Well, they haven't been as hot as they were.
Yeah,
They've come out of earth a little bit.
I said they're 5-5 in their last 10, but also Lowry has missed a couple games. Van Fleet
and Lowry also had that incredible slump. Right. I feel like the best is yet to come for this team. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Well, so they're pretty much on a 60-win pace right now. So I will go under 58.5. I don't think they maintain as good as they've gone. Grizzlies.
Yeah, I think. Sorry. Yeah, I think Kawhi is going to have like a magical leg injury some point and maybe lose, about a month of action between.
They will still win most of their games.
Yeah, they have.
They will still win most of their games. They have a tough stretch coming up, and then once they get into February, it gets so much easier for them.
All right, Grizzlies 43.5 wins. I know John and I are probably taking the under here. I don't think they're hitting 43.5. Chuck,
no.
What say you?
No.
Yeah, even at their apex, I think I predicted them to win 39 when they were 12-5. I was like, I still think they're going to say what?
What if they got Kelly Oubre? How many wins are we talking?
Save it.
Dude, don't you dare! Come through this phone like Ghost Dad.
I'm gonna jump through down here. Giannis 3-point percentage over under 15%. Right now it's 12.5. I'm gonna go with over. I think he's gonna hit a couple. He can't keep being 1 for 8 on threes. That's crazy.
And the Budenholzer style is just everyone shoot. Get as far away from Giannis as you can on the court while still being on that side of the half-court line. And then we'll see how fast he gets to the hoop in 2 steps. And then everybody shoot threes.
Buds needs to
make it back to Giannis, and he'll take a few open, jumpers.
Buds just needs to chain Malcolm Brogdon and Giannis together at the hip and hope that some osmosis comes through, because Malcolm Brogdon never misses. Ever. Free throws, threes, anything. Just put them together. Make it happen.
Do you?
I think that's so low.
Do you guys know who is the most accurate shooter in the NBA from 8 feet and out? If you throw out shots inside of 8 feet, who is the most accurate shooter in the NBA from 8 feet and out?
I mean, Steph Curry.
Nope. I feel like Malcolm Brogdon is a great guess, but that's wrong.
Chris Middleton?
The answer is Derrick Rose.
What?
Derrick Rose leads the NBA in shooting from outside of 8 feet. There you are. Our life is a simulation, and it is all meaningless.
That's some floater.
Let's do 2 more.
Let's just fly through them.
Okay. Whiteside assists, 0.9 per game. He's at 0.8 at the moment. He doesn't get there.
I watched him almost get 2 in back-to-back possessions.
Okay, over then. Let's go over.
No.
Kevin Love trades, yes or no?
No.
No way. They can't move him.
Yeah, they
can't. Yeah, that contract's huge.
Does Giannis win the MVP this season?
No.
Jaeger, coach of the year. I love it, but no.
No.
Get out of my face.
Ben Simmons, threes attempted, over under 0.5.
Over.
On the season or per game?
Will he take one?
Yes.
Has he not taken a 3 yet?
Not in his career.
Desperation heave.
Yeah.
I think he would have to.
Gotta go.
All right.
Desperation heave.
Fultz trade 0.5. Does Fultz get traded?
No.
I think yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I think he'll get traded. I think they like their 3 with Jimmy, and they can get some young guys or some picks.
Well, that is some bad business if that happens. Wow.
No, it is, but I think that's what they bought into. Jimmy,
you're right.
Yeah, they are all about bad business. Now we're getting personal. Last 3. Burr over under 219.5 pounds.
Okay, this is complicated because I'm getting over being extremely feverish and losing weight due to having surgery. I weighed myself right before the show. I'm at 229 right now.
So is he saying by the end of the season?
If he wants to say by the end of the season, it just depends on how long I can stay in ketosis, boys. So how many pork ribs can I eat?
I'm just gonna say whatever you say, John.
I don't have a lot. Well, should I believe? Chuck, should I believe in myself?
You don't want to ask me that, buddy. You don't want to ask me that. I think John Burr is capable of getting down to his 220 of
triple deuce is where I like to be. The 222 pounds of steel and sex appeal.
Yeah.
And where's Texie Misty putting me at?
219.5.
By the end of the season?
Yeah.
Challenge yourself.
Challenge accepted.
All right, here's a challenge. Chuck, offspring fathered 0.5.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, I'll also take that challenge. I think Chuck and I can make a child together.
Perfect. Keith being mean to Texie in Slack. 39.5. What in the
Texie? You just got it. This is just life with Keith.
Yeah,
it's like the unstoppable object meeting the immovable force. Like Keith,
he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Yeah,
he sometimes doesn't know he's being off, and Texie really has no idea when he's being off.
I'm the avalanche just flattening all the trees, and the trees are like, "What in the world?" And I'm like, "What? What did I do? What did I do?
100%.
All right. Well,
you just got to count to 10, Texie. You just go, "Oh God." Don't respond yet.
All right. Well, those are all submitted. Thank you very much by our power listener, Texie Mista. If you want to submit your own questions to be answered on air, you got to become a Patreon supporter. And you do that by going to patreon.com/fastbreakbreakfast. Get all kinds of good stuff there. Join that Slack chat where I promise I might insult you, but I'll do it with a smile in my heart. So
we got it's time for another doggy bag giveaway. Also, we're going to be giving out some more anniversary gifts over the holidays. Right after the new year, I'm going to be mailing out a bunch more. I need to get a lot of addresses to send to you guys, but we have a lot of gifts to thank you guys for being such outstanding contributors for so long and making this show worthwhile for everyone involved. This week's doggy bag winner is Lane Schmoose.
Lane, nice. So yeah, are we giving these away once a month to a Patreon supporter? Is that the?
Yes, sir.
That is the way we do it. Bag. There's a monthly doggy bag for our, which contains normally NBA goodies, paraphernalia, and whatnot from old Uncle John's prize cabinet. So it's a bunch of good stuff. So thank you guys.
This week they're getting a T-shirt.
Ooh, very, very nice.
An NBA T-shirt I picked up at a flea market. It's pretty awesome. Remember the big head, little bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic Larry Bird, big head, little body. One of my favorite T-shirts from my youth. I, of course, cannot wear this shirt as it is a normal-sized person's shirt, but somebody, and it sounds like it's Lane, will be getting it.
Yeah, so if you guys want to support us, win some of these goodies, hang out with us in the Slack chat, you do all of that at patreon.com/fastbreakbreakfast.
SeatGeek saves you time and saves you money. Two of the more important commodities in our lives these days. They aggregate ticket selling sites together, so you don't have to go to 8 sites and then, I'm going to look at the 9th one now because I'm not quite sure. I was totally that way, of course. And then they also rank every ticket based on value. So you look at the section you want to sit in, find that big green dot, the darker green, the better. You'll start to experience just endorphins when you see that green dot and know that you're getting an awesome deal on the ticket. I used SeatGeek to go to a Bucks Wizards game, got awesome seats there for my fiance and me. So the way to get started with them, download the SeatGeek app and enter that familiar promo code
FASTBREAKBREAK.
By using that code to get $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. That's promo code
FASTBREAKBREAK
for $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase. Let them know that you came from us.
FASTBREAKBREAK. John is an asshole. FASTBREAKBREAK.
All right, steak and eggs, best thing. What's the best thing you saw this week?
So we have been fans of the Sacramento Kings on the court this year. They're the surprise of the league. Everybody loves them.
The late game crushes.
My favorite part of the Sacramento Kings is their troll game. And they did it wonderfully this week when they played the Warriors. And they played a picture of the moon landing when Steph Curry was introduced.
Oh.
Which is probably my favorite thing I've seen. Steph loved it. He laughed.
He's a thinker, Chuck. He's a thinker.
He's a thinker. No, yeah, like I'm all for, people questioning whether or not 400,000 people were all in on a giant conspiracy. Because that's how many people it took to get to the moon.
Talking about the Holocaust, dog?
Hey.
Easy.
I mean, like, that's not, like, would we at this point be surprised if Sam Decker came out and started questioning all sorts of things he shouldn't question?
Spencer Hall's been hanging out with Mel Gibson.
I'm gonna move on from this. My best thing is, I don't know if this is related to any of the lottery changes of the rules. My best thing is, like, the bad teams are kind of okay right now and fun to watch. Like, the worst team in the NBA was the Suns. They won 4 in a row. Like, they have the second longest winning streak in the Western Conference. Devin Booker, D'Anthony Melton, Kelly Oubre, DeAndre Ayton, TJ Warren. That's like a fun lineup. They're putting fun lineups out. Like, the Bulls are falling apart, but, like, the Bulls can put out a bunch of guys who are kind of fun to watch, like Chris Dunn, Laurie Markin, and Wendell Carter. They're playing well together. Atlanta's gotten a couple wins, and they're terrible. The Cavs are beating people.
The Magic.
Yeah, like
the Magic just have 100 6'9" guys and DJ Augustin. That's it.
Or like Orlando, was like kind of good, and so getting smoked in a few games recently. The Kings have been good, despite getting smoked in a few games recently. Like, I feel like every team is vaguely respectable. Like, maybe the Knicks might be the worst team in the NBA, and they have a bunch of fun guys to watch. I mean, Emmanuel Mudiay is on fire, and I don't know if it's all going to go away, if teams are going to start, like, overtly tanking.
I mean, I feel like the Hawks are definitely the worst team.
Like, they're kind of the worst team, but, like, John Collins has just gotten back, and he is unbelievably good.
So, yeah, I have friends who are, from my days gone by as Hawks fans, who are really enjoying this Hawks team, but mostly because of John Collins. I can't say I mean, I feel like they're, like, apprehensive about Trae Young, but John Collins has them in a tizzy.
Yeah, I mean, his number, I don't know what his numbers the last. It's like every night it seems like he's getting like 28 and 12.
His numbers are exactly what Chuck foretold, which you poo-pooed.
No, he said that, but he said that I was about on, because I said something like that. Like,
I remember Keith had to look him up, and they were like exactly what you said.
Yeah, he's now to 19 and 11 over the last the last week, but they've all been going up.
Chuck is an oracle. You don't understand, Keith. He's watching basketball this year. He's an oracle.
I don't know if you guys know this, but in our episode where we picked dark horse candidates for All Stars, I did pick John Collins to be my dark.
Well, maybe you're not an oracle then. Moving on.
John, do you have the best thing, John?
Okay, so my best thing is complicated because it's also my worst thing. The transition that I'm watching the Grizzlies go through is the best and worst thing at the same time, because I feel like the Grizzlies are sort of re-embracing an identity that they had lost, and I'm also watching my favorite player become a player who also drives me insane, whereas Marc Gasol is having, if you looked at his numbers, you would think he's having one of his better years, but if you watch the games night in and night out, the team kind of ebbs and flows with him, and when he's bad, they're really bad, and when he's good, they're really good. But I also am enjoying – I see that Mark loves to get the ball to Jaren Jackson, and I see that Jaren Jackson is the future of the team, and guys like – and I think Kyle Anderson's fitting in well. So I'm seeing – my best thing is watching the Grizzlies kind of change right before my eyes into a different team, while simultaneously it's very painful for me to watch the era that I've become accustomed to slip away.
Yeah, it's real weird where Marc Gasol was my favorite player in the NBA, or like one of my favorite players in the NBA, 4 years ago, like one of my favorite players of all time. And now I watch him and I just get frustrated. I get frustrated so much, even though he's had some really good stretches of the season.
I mean, he's playing amazing defensively, and he makes great entry passes into the post. But when the ball gets into Mark's hands, now that he is just as apt to shoot a three as anything else, I find myself wishing that it wasn't in his hands.
Well, so the Grizzlies lost to the Trailblazers on Wednesday night, and Marc Gasol just would not shoot threes until the game was over. Like he just would pass the ball every time. Now the Grizzlies are a mess. They do have the most unique streak working right now. 16 consecutive games now. They have opened the second quarter with a different lineup.
Dude, the lineups are out of